TWC 25 knockout alpha stage here. or Applejack, also known as KUROTZO, versus TATOES. Alright, starting out with the SDPC spin from KUROTZO. Solid start, and the macro there to wait for that garbage. Gonna wait a little more though, and the misdrop there sends off the surge, and TATOES is gonna have the time to get out. Builds up for that J spin there, probably from a misdrop. But does force the surge cancel from Applejack.
We're already starting to see that masterful counting ability of Applejack here. Constantly finding their wells in like the most efficient way possible.
Yeah, Garo must be happy because this guy's playing board wide, but TATOES is gonna take it there. Applejack unfortunately got stuck in a tough situation there, unfortunately. But
SDPC spin versus stick spin, a matchup as old as time.
Classic.
Players are going to be entering their surges at roughly the same time. Kuro's doing some all-spin shenanigans, gonna find this mid-game C-spin. Keeping the second one a single for the count to 4. And the way they found that well!
Oh my god. Ties it up 1-1 now.
Now, Kuro's one of those players where the windows of opportunity to find those kills is going to be so short because of just the paths they find out of their situations. But TATOES, we've already seen, is going to be one who's more than capable of finding those punishes.
Yeah, absolutely, but is going to need to do so now, and KUROTZO's going to send off that spike. TATOES, however, is going to survive and start counter-spiking a little bit.
Very amazing well cycling from TATOES there.
Yeah, good
well cycling. They're just going to keep finding the next and the next. The timing worked out for TATOES to get to the state they're in right now as Kuro is currently getting their surge ready.
Yeah, but TATOES is able to get through some cheese, stops that surge right in its tracks. Kuro's gonna need to get down before she can begin to start surging again, or at least wants to be safe here. Gonna start doing so though. Couple of efficient back-to-back continuations. Sends it off now. The misdrop on the follow-up though, and TATOES is going to be able to make it out. And is gonna start spiking back just a little bit.
And Applejack just gonna send the overhangless for swag points. It's gonna find the 4 surge threshold, but that's a little too greedy. And TATOES has found their kill and has found a lead.
Oh my god, yeah. Alright, both players going for mirrored LST. KUROTZO with a bit of a misdrop, fixes it with a little bit of all spin, but isn't quite able to maintain it. Just gonna try to down stack now. Okay, we're gonna start building up the surge though. TATOES has a tiny bit of a lead, but I think KUROTZO with a little bit of... Okay, no, actually sends it off. My bad.
I think Kuro's currently PC fishing, but they just don't have the time to do that in versus right now. TATOES gonna send them a kill threat. That's going to be their wake-up call. But oh no, those misdrops following up from TATOES aren't looking good.
Kuro tried something spicy with the all-spin there.
Speaking of spicy, that 19 comes out within like 5 lines.
Oh, the J misdrop there. But Kuro is able to clean it up. Loses all pressure though, and TATOES is basically all the way down through his board now. Yeah, and Kuro cutting off so much now, going into pressure mode. TATOES is just barely surviving, needing to speed up to try and live.
And as relentless as the pressure is from Kuro, so is the down stack from TATOES. It's going to be extremely tough to find this kill, sending the 25, looking for that surge break. And it's going to happen just barely able to spawn their next piece, but those eye pieces are at maximum time away.
Yeah, and it's tied. Crazy sequence from KUROTZO there to try to close things out. Even under all that pressure, keeping that win condition alive, that surge. And yeah, a quick one there, just gonna spike up TATOES while that I misdrop there is gonna seal it.
We see that vertical eye misdrop quite literally happens to the best of us. And speaking of misdrops, that's currently where TATOES is right now. They're gonna have to eat this SDPC spin.
Yeah, that's it for TATOES. A very quick one. Even pros item opener misdrops, guys. I have an excuse for when I do.
Nobody's safe. It's all about that recovery.
Yeah, absolutely. Not having to see that here though. Crow's just gonna send off that surge break there with the spike. Gonna go for the STSD there. Forced to take the boomerang from all this pressure from TATOES.
The down stack spikes from TATOES have just been insane, for lack of better term. Like, they look like they're so far in disadvantage, yet they're still able to find such insane spikes that they're still gonna force their opponent in even more uncomfortable situations. Now TATOES is gonna be the one in the driver's seat with the surge, but that S placement is going to clip their spawn. And that's gonna be Kuro's point.
Yeah. Kuro taking a very commanding lead here. I mean, is trying to continue doing so here with this SCPC spin. Gets down to that well very cleanly. TATOES with a little bit of an eye dependency is just gonna have to skim for a bit here. While Kuro builds up that surge, gets sent up a lot.
Kuro's just gonna be able to read for that first T-spin.
Yeah, the J spin they're actually forced to cancel out of it. Oh, but the misdrops from Kuro is gonna stop that last bit of pressure. TATOES is going to be able to just barely make it out because of that, and is gonna start counter spiking. Kuro has the counter spike again, though.
And they're gonna get it all in multiplier. TATOES in a very unfortunate spot.
Oh my god, yeah. Kuro moving up there, 6-2. What a tennis match of a game. Back and forth, big spikes. And yeah, I mean, continue to see that. But Kuro, unfortunately, gets pressured out at the very start, doesn't have anything to block with there. That is unfortunate, but it's okay. 6-3 now. No one does the 6-3, we just see 6-spin versus SCPC. Classic. The TATOES gets sent up first. Gonna have to skim afterwards while Kuro can maintain that surge.
Ooh, looks like TATOES is a little bit out of cycle, but they're still able to find their first well. Finds the second.
Yeah, and
now both these players have no choice but to just hit the jets and speed their way out of here.
Oh my god, and yeah, I mean, this is solid. Both players have made their way all the way down. Kuro now attempting to build up some surge at the bottom. And, I mean, is just gonna continue doing so. Oh, gets sent up a bit. But it's gonna be completely fine regardless. Is able to make it down. Taking a second to build up the rest of this pressure, and TATOES is just stuck right now. Stuck at the top. Doesn't have much to do other than, unfortunately, fold to KUROTZO there. 7-3 now.
Even though Kuro was sitting there on the surge advantage, it was kind of insane because they were doing all of that in the dreaded fossil fuel stacking. One of the hardest stacking methods to actually maintain anything with. And the way they just escaped that was just so good.
Yeah, working with those resources, as limited as they may be. And again, sending so much.
The is gonna spawn in the slot for TATOES.
Oh my god! This is still really tough for TATOES to get out of, but there is a path out. After all of that, the issue is KUROTZO has so much damage, but like TATOES is ready.
They're at the bottom of their board now, so their pressure is actually going to be limited for the time being, and TATOES is able to get all the way down, ceiling to floor down stack. But TATOES is looking for a T-spin, and the T-piece was nowhere in sight, so they're going to be right back in the same situation.
Sends off that surge to cancel a little bit here. Kuro trying to keep up this pressure, but like, it's difficult because there's not much pre-built. Either way, TATOES unfortunately is still really high, and KUROTZO keeps up that pressure, it's gonna be enough regardless. It's 8-3 now.
Kuro is starting to run away with the momentum, only 3 points away from victory. But TATOES is slowly starting to lock in. Definitely noticing it as the set progresses.
Yeah. Back X11, X12. But TATOES has to cancel out that surge regardless. Great pressure from Kuro there. And, I mean, Kuro now is going to start building up a surge of her own here. Very solid. And is going to send it off with a spike. It's just barely not enough to kill TATOES immediately. Trying to hit TATOES with a follow-up, but TATOES is able to survive. It was very, very dangerous regardless.
TATOES finding that essential TSS for cancels and still able to find their well afterwards. Once again, just very impressive survival situations that they're finding themselves, and they get the column 7, so now they're going to be allowed to sit in the driver's seat. This is exactly what they're looking for, but Kuro being so low on the board, they're not going to be threatened at the slightest. But as I say that, the misdrops come out, and that's not what they want to see. TATOES sends a surge for good measure. But that's going to be a round for them.
That is going to be the round. It still has a bit of a mountain to climb, but could potentially be possible. Just gotta play out of his mind here. And Kuro does not want that to happen. Waiting to accept a little bit with this LST. Sends off that surge now, forces TATOES to break as well. And now it's even. Kuro in a better position though, sends off a small surge with a spike, trying to take the kill here, and she does manage to, 9-4. Removing that margin of error from TATOES, just bit by bit.
Valiant effort from TATOES, gonna take everything possible so they can cancel the remainder, but even then, it was just too much pressure coming in from Kuro. TATOES is gonna find that down sack spike, but that SP Smith drop is going to put a hamper in their advantage conversion.
Yeah, and now Kuro absolutely with the advantage, sends off that small surge in combination with some other pressures, going to be able to do so. He's able to take it to match point here. But, I mean, this is...
comes back out from TATOES, and Kuro's actually gonna tank first, ask questions later. Has his cut copy ready, gonna do the exact same strat. Looking for the counting. But TATOES has a large surge here. They send it, but Kuro just has so much material at their disposal right now, it's looking a little bit dangerous, looking a little dicey.
Solid.
We're gonna return to even.
Yeah, even, but Kuro with a bit of a surge advantage here. Able to convert into the 7-2 stack. The LST is going crazy right now. Takes the spin, the all spin there to just continue the surge, but it's going to be forced to break.
Our first 20. Not able to convert that into a kill, but still amazing to see nonetheless.
One misdrop can mean so much there, and now TATOES is on the other side of the surge now. Gonna be sending so much. Has that advantage. TATOES, or Kuro, attempting to interrupt it with a small surge and is able to do so. Very nice awareness of that surge macro.
And TATOES was actually just one cycle away from the multiplier of all time. Unfortunately, they're not able to find it, so they are going to have to continue playing through this round. Very hard fought, and Kuro's gonna misdrop their spike. So TATOES has another breath of fresh air, but it's very short-lived.
Yeah, no, she's able to move on here. 11-4 versus TATOES. Solid game there. Very solid performance. There's quite a big APM gap there, 194.